and he's like, dude, I'm not gonna get roided up like everyone else, and I'm gonna be Batman, and he kicks ass as Batman. Fuck yeah, dude! Turn Harry Potter into fucking Wolverine, dude.
Welcome to another episode of Nerd S.H.I.T, where we talk about shit that's nerdy. Pretty self-explanatory. My name is Danny. I will be your host today, but I'm not alone. I'm here with my shitty friends.
Hello, it's Fabian.
This is Perkins.
This show has done wonders for my self-esteem. You shitty friend. Hi, this is Justin.
I'm Alex.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm sure you guys have noticed, I don't know if you noticed like visually, because we don't typically, this is our first video episode, but if you closed your eyes while we were doing the intros, you will notice that there's two new folks with us. So I want you guys to introduce yourselves, and then also, who's your favorite superhero?
Oh God, we just had to choose me first.
Yep.
There goes the show.
Totally gonna avoid that last question first, but I'm Fabian. Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. There's so much I have to say that I've been talking to myself.
That's literally why I felt like you were the perfect candidate to like jump in, because you just go on about like,
oh my gosh,
theries and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro, you need to be on camera.
My grandma's trying to eat dinner and she hears me talking about the Hulk. She's like, oh my God,
what's that
here we
like?
go again. She's like, I gotta go use the restroom, and she
Having
never
a
comes
grandma,
back.
man.
You know?
She like calls her life alert.
Please.
Life alert.
Holy shit.
I fall and I can't get up.
I just absolutely love comics. I breathe comics. The movies. I'm watching everything. I'm keeping up with the fandom. So
Yeah.
cannot wait to share my thoughts.
Wait, but who's
Favorite
your
superhero?
Oh no!
So
Wow.
I talked around it.
Well, you know, I'm gonna have to choose Punisher, just cause
Because you're rocking it.
I don't know what could give it away.
The subtle
But,
drip.
you know,
All right.
I'll go with Frank Castle.
All right.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Alex. I don't have like a good reason to be here like Fabian. I'm just here because I wanted to be included. Favorite superhero used to be Wonder Woman.
Oh?
Okay.
It's not Wonder Woman?
I know, I still love Wonder
The second
Woman.
movie did it for you finally, huh?
No, listen.
Oh.
I love 1984. I don't care what anyone says. But now it's the Scarlet Witch, because
Okay.
I just like,
Because she murders
A good
children.
female.
because she's
Powered
crazy, and I
superhero.
love crazy women.
Definitely.
I just
Mama
like,
Wanda.
we all want to go fucking crazy, and so I just love it. I love a crazy woman. So
Fair enough. I mean, that's a solid
can
choice.
we talk about something real quick? Let's just dive it. Not
Let's go right for it.
Both
Yes.
of my favorite like superheroes have stupid names, and I know they were created like a million years ago.
Yeah.
But like, I want to name my kid after a superhero, but like, I'm not gonna name my kid Wanda. I'm not gonna name my kid Diane.
I was like, wait a minute.
Those are dumb names. That's it.
That's
Go
fair.
on.
They're just
I'm
Yeah, I'm
sorry
pretty
to
sure that's
anybody
just a
who's
product
negative.
of like 50s comic book, like. You know.
Yeah, at that time they were like, "This is a cute name." Like,
Now we're
this
going to get
is-
like a bunch of arias like in the future
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to talk to you guys about the current state of the MCU and like all the cool shit that's either happening or already happened. I've seen some people say that Phase 4 kind of isn't, I don't know, like it's kind of fallen. But personally, I don't see that. I don't know where the
I feel like
falling
the problem is you've already gotten all the content from like the Thanos saga or whatever you want to call it. So it's really easy not to be critical of the early phases of it.
Yeah.
Because you've already seen their end game. No pun intended. But I mean, like, we've seen the end of it all. So we got to see how great it was. But if you go back and you watch like first Iron Man, first Thor, they didn't have their shit together. There was a lot of like building that had to get there. I mean, Multiverse of Madness was great. It was so good. It felt like a good movie. I know we'll get there soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to let everyone know like there most likely will be spoilers on any of the stuff.
Sure.
So
I feel
spoiler.
like that's the problem here is we're starting back from square one to build up to a new like villain or big bad or just cosmic event, and people
That
are
build
impatient.
took
Give me
forever.
Thanos again now. Give me Galactus. I want to know who the next huge villain is.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we didn't get that shit for 10 years the first time. You're gonna have to wait a little bit.
Damn.
I would like to say, like, probably everybody had huge expectations for Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
All the critical acclaims, coming from everybody. This was supposed to be an X-Men film. This was supposed to introduce Deadpool. All the rumors we saw, everything.
Yeah.
I think the rumors ruined it for a lot of people, and I think that's why I personally stayed away from it, all of it, because I was like, I'm not gonna set my expectations to this when it's it's still great. I mean, the people that they got in it were awesome. Like I said, if you don't want to hear it, just follow us or subscribe, and then just come back. But
Skip 15.
Yeah, skip 15. Yeah, Spotify. Yeah. I mean, Mr. Fantastic and Xavier in his
great.
yellow wheelchair.
Yeah.
That was so sick.
I feel like between spoilers and leaks versus expectations, the movie was just put on a huge fucking pedestal.
Yeah, for sure.
before it
And
ever came out.
I also think Spider-Man No Way Home kind of set that expectation too, because we got what we wanted from that one. We got all the Spider-Man in one.
They kind of built it up really high. I'm one of the people, and I've openly admitted it. I like the movie, but I talked to Justin about this. I was really expecting some more. I know leaks are leaks. They're not going to be true all the time, but I was super hyped about maybe seeing Wolverine. I was happy to see Xavier and all of them. Don't get me wrong, that was fucking awesome. But then when Black Beetle got fucking ganked, his power was so good.
I was like, wait a minute.
Black Bolt, my bad. Black Bolt.
good.
His fucking power is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
My thing that pissed me off with it was why are you gonna tell her what your power is? Yeah, once he talks, you're dead.
Yeah, the world's smartest man.
Right.
Oh, that didn't make
With the
any
world's
sense.
worst strategist.
Would he really tell her that? The smartest
That
guy.
fucking basically killed himself.
I was so mad
She
at
was
it. I
like,
was like,
"What mouth?"
no,
I
you
was
could have
like-
killed her. I had a dope fight. Oh, shut mouth, death.
Yeah.
That was your fault.
That was a gruesome ass scene.
you did that to yourself.
That was fucking wild.
Yeah, it's almost like when he said that, it's Black Bolt kind of just
Motherfucker. I was so upset.
you just
It was a
put me out
gory
like that?
scene, but it was why? I wanted to fight. Some fights are cool. But then some of I was like, man, y'all could have done more. I thought Doctor Strange was going to whoop some ass right off rip. He did.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was expecting more.
I feel where you're coming from, though, and I liked it, and I like what they gave us. Again, I feel like, and I've gone back and watched Ultron again, and I appreciate Ultron so much more now.
it actually does add a lot to.
I feel like
the rest of the
Multiverse of
series.
Madness is going to be one of those, we're going to appreciate it 5 years down the road.
Yeah.
I mean, you got, Charles Xavier, which is great. It was the most,
Dude, the music,
90s
the 90s
X-Men.
music whenever he rolled up.
Yeah.
Oh my
Rolled?
God.
Hovered?
Rolled. Came,
He's got
roll.
technically
Pulled
a
up.
wheelchair. When he pulled up.
pulled up.
Riding
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah,
They
who's
should
right
have
there?
had that playing.
That just I was like, oh.
John Krasinski is fucking Reed Richards.
That was
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Man.
Like, what?
That got spoiled the day before I went to watch it.
That's so sad.
And a friend of mine sent me a TikTok, and he talked me into it. I was like, "Is this going to spoil it?" It's just a little bit, just a tiny bit. And it was Krasinski, as Reed Richards. I was like, I called him later. I was like, "Never do that to me again, because I'm going to want to watch it. Let me have that moment." I was so mad.
Yeah. I think I stay away from all social media. As soon as I hear that they did main
Red
screening,
carpet.
the red carpet screening for all of it, I stay away because I know
We won't have to stay away if
do
we
the
get invited in the
opposite.
future.
yeah, for real. What's up, Marvel?
Nerd shit.
They should be ginking.
But I don't know. I think so far, we're getting shows from heroes that I feel never were mainstream or the popular ones. And so Moon Knight, for example, I don't think many people knew who he was until.
I had no idea who.
Yeah,
was
he's
until
not
the
a
show
very
came out.
popular or mainstream character.
Now
but
he fucking is.
I want to say that show was probably
It was
my
so good.
favorite.
How good is it? I haven't watched it.
Oh,
yet.
shit.
It's so good.
Listen
It
to
is
y'all.
fucking great.
Wait, before we jump onto that, I just had one closing conclusion about
Okay.
multiverse.
Yeah.
that I've been just sitting on forever. I've been hitting up the chat. I'm like, oh my gosh. I've been blowing their phones up. Look, this is what happened. This is what happened in Multiverse of Madness. Did you guys see that? But there's one thing that I've been sitting on forever is where do we go from here is what I'm looking at. That's what I always like to see with the characters, right? It makes you think about with everything that happened, all, the whole death scene with Black Bolt.
Yeah.
You got Reed Richards. that whole death scene.
Turn him to spaghetti.
I don't feel like I'm done
That
talking
was-
about that movie and breaking
Oh,
it
yeah, no,
down
we're-
by any means.
Yeah, we're
That was
definitely
real
back to
though.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Like
wild.
that
Yeah,
happened
Wanda's-
in a
God
different
damn.
universe.
Yeah, so that universe is
So
fucked.
Yeah.
and you got his son Franklin Richards,
Yeah.
who he mentions. I have
He mentions
kids.
both kids,
He
yeah.
said he has
Yeah.
kids, right?
Damn.
So his family is just supposed to. What are they supposed to do after this? There has to be something that has to go.
They could
I
come
don't.
to the
I don't feel like
universe,
they're gonna do that though. I feel like it was their way of like introducing the fact that these characters exist in our universe without saying it.
Yeah.
But and I was talking to Crystal about this, but introducing Franklin Richards would hurt the MCU more than help it.
He's too powerful,
Yeah,
right?
he's way too powerful. You're not going to throw him on screen and have him do anything other than just disappoint everybody by him not being like super powered or be overpowered enough where nothing else is ever a factor
Yeah, that's
again.
true.
I would love to see it. I just don't think that he's going to make an appearance this early. We haven't even gotten the Fantastic Four yet. We can't start talking about their kids.
Yeah, for sure.
I
They
want
gotta
it.
build up to that.
I want it, but I don't want it right now.
So we were talking about, so like you were talking about, like it's like Phase 4 in general, and so like all the shows, there's so much that happens in WandaVision, that happens in Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki,
Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, put some respect
I
on
know,
it.
I'm so sorry. But there's so much that happens in those 3 shows that they didn't even touch on in
Yeah, that's true.
like in
Very
Multiverse
true.
of Madness. And so going into it, where I was with it, I was like, shit's going down. Like, this is where we're going to see everything. This is where they're going to explode it all, to where we're going to have an idea of what they're going to do, like, in the future. Like, we're going to have some type of, like, baseline, like, all right, we know what they're doing. And, just enjoy the ride getting there. But when we talked about it, when me and Justin talked about it, he was like, nah, this, it's going to be Spider-Man. He was, like, super hyped about Spider-Man.
Cash money for a picture of Spider-Man.
I'm here for Spider-Man. I was like, but shit's not going down in Spider-Man. Like, it's gonna
First
be
of all, shit went down in
Multiverse of
Spider-Man.
Madness.
Down.
Okay, so shit
Respect his
definitely-
name, even though nobody knows it anymore.
I was like,
Who's Spider-Man?
They know
Who?
Spider-Man.
What?
They don't know Peter
Yeah.
Parker.
yeah.
I've seen a lot of TikToks that are like, whenever Doctor Strange talks about Spider-Man, they're like, this bitch still's like, no, he doesn't know. They're like, he knows, but and like, gotcha, Marvel, y'all have inconsistencies. I'm like, come on, that was
They
like
know
too
Spider-Man.
obvious.
That
He's-
technically
they
is.
know Spider-Man, they don't know Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what even
Calm
his
down,
spell
TikTok.
was. But
Yeah,
on
but
TikTok.
that's why I was like, shit definitely went down there, but none of it was anything that was going to really lead for what the bigger picture was for the MCU.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking that's what was going to happen in Multiverse of Madness, and we went and watched it, and for me, they gave us a lot of shit. They definitely did, and it was fucking mind-blowing from start to finish because it was like nonstop, like the whole
it's
time.
just from the
Like,
beginning.
Jumped
Just
in,
like they were immediate with that. But at the same time, they also didn't give me a lot of like what was going to happen for the bigger picture. But that's when we talked
going
about
back to it,
the fact
you know,
that
we want it all.
we have
Yeah.
to we have to wait for them to go through that build up and to give us the little pieces before we actually make it to
What
even
the-
like,
What
close
the
to
end-
being
what
able to
this
figure out
end
what
game
it's
will
gonna
be.
Yeah.
Like with Xavier showing, like I'm hopeful that even though we didn't get Wolverine, that we are going to get
Yes.
a Wolverine. It just opens up a world
Oh,
where
yeah.
they're
Who's
gonna
y'all's
meet.
fan cast for Wolverine?
Oh, bro, you know what? Fuck. Who's the Harry Potter guy that they always keep trying to do?
Daniel
Radcliffe?
Dude, I'm actually okay with it because if they can
I can
take
see
Batman and he's like, dude, I'm not gonna get voided up like everyone else, and I'm gonna be Batman, and he kicks ass as Batman. Fuck yeah, dude! Turn Harry Potter into
Hear me
fucking
out.
Wolverine, dude. You know what I'm saying? Fuck
But I
yeah.
don't know, they try-
abracadabra claws. And shit. I'm about it. My bad. Go ahead.
I have seen pictures of him like
Yeah.
photoshopped as Wolverine, and I'm like, okay, maybe. But also Marvel gives everyone the juice because
They
everyone
do.
gets fucking
Everybody
like
gets
they get
fucking
jacked as
stacked.
fuck. Oh, you're in a Marvel
yeah.
movie? Bam,
Did you see naked Thor? Do you see those cheeks?
bro?
Sculpted.
Yes.
I got a hammer for you, and only you can wield it. But
That might be America's ass, but this is the multiverse's ass.
No, I think that's the buffest I've seen Thor.
Oh god,
yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
he got
dude.
jacked.
And we haven't even.
Fucking
that
silly.
movie's going to be amazing too.
Yeah.
And again, they could do whatever they want. At the end of the day, we wanted X, Y, and Z. Oh, you want Fantastic Four in the MCU? Box check.
Yeah.
You want
Yes.
X-Men in the MCU? Box check. They got the original guy who played Black Bolt in the failed
Yeah,
Human show.
I'm
Box
glad
check.
he got his redemption.
Like, fucking
kind of.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think I saw someone say Multiverse of Madness like should not have been called Multiverse of Madness because it was more about like Wanda and her story.
Yeah,
Not
that's
so much
fair.
the multiverse. And I think that's probably like valid. Like if they had given it a different title, then we would have been
Had
maybe
less
more
expectation.
satisfied because we're like, oh, this is Wanda's story. Like this is about Wanda, so that's what we're here to expect. And those like cameos would have been like a nice perk.
Dude,
but
Marvel's got a bad
necessarily-
habit of doing that too, though. Like
Yeah.
Civil War, Captain America, Civil War. It wasn't a cat. That could have been like Avengers, Civil War, but
Exactly,
Captain America at the top of that.
Yeah.
Random. Y'all, okay, you know about X-Men. All y'all know about X-Men. Okay,
What's
who would
X-Men?
win out of Dark Phoenix and Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet Witch all day.
Wow.
Ooh.
I don't feel
Because
like
I thought
I'm
she was
knowledgeable.
strong as shit. Dark Phoenix.
No,
I just
no
thought
questions
about the
asked.
meeting.
Scarlet Witch.
You think
I
so?
want to say
Witch.
Scarlet Witch. I think we kind of talked about this before, where Phoenix doesn't really have control over her shit as well as like Scarlet Witch does.
I thought she was stupid fucking powerful. Am I wrong?
She's very
No,
strong.
she is very
She's
powerful.
one of
Powerful,
the
just-
strongest mutants, but like I think the powers that Wanda has like just kind of sets her. She's almost like God mode, and then I would say Phoenix is almost God mode.
She's an Omega tier mutant, which is
I
fucking.
feel like a
Yeah.
good example is like when, like in Multiverse of Madness, whenever like Xavier's like was he in her brain? Yeah, he was like in her brain.
he thought he was in her
that
brain.
like there's
Yeah.
even a spot like where you see his face where he's like fuck, like because he realizes that that's it, and then she fucking just
Well, that's a testament to Wanda, and
Check it
I knew
out.
we were gonna kind of loop back. I have my pick for Wolverine.
I have
Okay,
mine
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
But first, it's Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son.
Okay, he
I've been
Was-
saying he's an actor. I mean,
was
dude,
he Rick
feel like
Flag,
he'd be really
or is
good,
that someone
actually.
else?
No, that's
I think
someone
someone
else. Look him up though. He is a beautiful man.
I can see it.
And then-
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And Zac Efron.
yeah.
Zac Efron's got the height. He's got the build.
He's already
Yeah.
buff.
Throw that
too.
dude some facial hair and kind of
Yeah.
fuck him up
That's
a little
my
bit.
Human Torch
But
cast
I was like,
right
I've
there.
seen
I don't
people
want him
say-
as Human Torch,
yeah,
though.
I've seen people use
He's
him for
too
Torch.
jacked to be.
I feel like
wasted.
he's also too short to be Human Torch. I need
You
Human
think
Torch
so?
to have like a Chris
Wait,
Evans
who is it
build.
about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zac Efron being
Oh,
Human
Zac
Torch.
Efron.
Yeah.
Zac
But
Efron.
Wanda is super fucking powerful, kind of going back to that before I forget it.
Yeah.
You really get to see a lot of that multiverse of madness, like exactly how powerful she is.
Yeah.
You know, she got the MCU treatment, though, which every superhero has to. You have to sell a movie. You can't give them the powers that the comic book has given them. You have to build up for that. Spider-Man isn't as strong as Spider-Man really is in these movies.
Yeah,
You know,
he's ki-
Doctor
he's kinda
Strange
holding
isn't
back.
as strong as Doctor Strange
Right.
ever really is. Wanda, you know, she could have bodied Thanos if she wanted to
Like I
in a
said, it kind
comic
of goes
book.
to your point earlier where whoever you're talking about, I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm just here to be included. Where you said like, if he were in like the universe, like it wouldn't, nothing would.
Yeah,
be
Franklin. Yeah,
happening.
yeah. Like if they were
because he's too
legitimately
powerful.
there as the comic book nerds
Yeah.
themselves wanted them, we'd just read fucking comic books because they'd be short movies. It'd be done in 10 seconds.
Right.
Yeah,
Right,
true,
right.
true.
Look, there's a lot of repercussions though, and I felt the reason I brought that question up first was because I felt like this whole phase has been built about repercussions. Like
Yeah.
every single movie or show, there's something cosmic happening, and it's crazy.
I think the only one
It's
that didn't
altering,
was Captain
right?
America. And
I
the
mean,
Winter Soldier.
kind of though. Like the
Cosmic?
repercussions of Sam not taking the shield. Like,
Yeah,
that
that's
could have
true,
repercussions on like all of like America, the Avengers.
Yeah.
You know, like that was a very
I mean,
big
yeah, that's fair.
repercussion.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, like, you know, we've been seeing leaks about like the Living Tribunal and everything, and
He's been
made
in
an
the
appearance
movie.
all the time.
Yeah.
Well, recently, right? Loki.
Yeah,
in the
they're
multiverse
showing him more and more.
madness. I just feel like this is a build up to something way bigger, and
Yeah.
the ultimate repercussion is, you know, exactly what we're thinking: Secret Wars.
I was gonna say
Were
Secret
you
Wars.
thinking that, Alex?
That's
Give me
exactly
Doom.
What I was thinking.
Exactly what I was
Secret Wars.
thinking.
I was really hoping, and somebody had mentioned a few different things, even in Moon Knight, about like where you first see him when he like wakes up. If you look in the truck when he's driving it, it looks like it says like Doom or something Industries and like the
Yeah.
boxes in the back. But there's like a lot of like really small, minute
Yeah.
Doctor Doom or Victor Von Doom references in the show.
Doom like owns like his own like
He has like, his
kingdom, right? Like
Couldn't he be
Dude,
big bad?
Latveria.
He could.
Oh, he is. He
There's
is
a
very
word,
much,
it's
much
called-
so a
there's like
big
a-
bad.
I feel like he's
counter
going to be a big
country
bad
or
for a
something.
smaller arc, but I don't. He plays a huge part in Secret Wars too.
Yeah.
I feel like they could even give him the keys and not do Galactus there. But if you don't do Galactus, I'm just. Ooh, I will fight somebody if I don't get Galactus.
I want to
soon.
see a good Galactus.
Yeah, not
they
the Mystic
fucked him up,
Fantastic
and
Four.
yeah, they fucked him up in that. Was it Fantastic Four 2?
Yeah, the second Rise of the
Yeah.
Silver Surfer movies, but Marvel's been doing a really good job though lately of that. And I feel like if they had the same,
if they get the characters, I'm like, it's gonna be perfect.
If they had the
Or
same
close to
like vehicle to deliver all of their stuff that they did when it first started, I don't feel like we would have even had as many movies. We'd have had more TV shows.
Yeah.
I feel like Black Panther may have gotten a bigger TV series that would have gotten fleshed out. Ms. Marvel or Captain Marvel. Like, now they're doing it great. Like, they're giving us backstory in 6-episode shows. So that way now if Moon Knight does appear in, like, Werewolf, later. Or Midnight Suns later. They don't have to be like, well, who the fuck is Midnight? All right, well, let's spend 30 minutes explaining his shitty backstory. Now you just go watch this 6-hour show and you get, like, a legit dive into his character. Yeah. It's fucking great. Like, gone are the days of origin stories for characters you don't need them for.
Yeah.
And that's fucking awesome.
I wonder if some people, when they're like, hey, maybe Phase 4 isn't doing as great as they thought it would be, is because they're not actually taking the time to go watch any.
They're probably only counting the movies.
Shows. I was like, because I know
that's
my
not fair
brother
at all.
refuses to get Disney Plus, and I'm like, why?
Like Miss Marvel's
just
coming out
do it
here.
already.
Wait,
You're
who?
missing out so much.
What?
Yeah, my brother went on this whole rant about Disney and not wanting to have Disney Plus, but I'm pretty sure
I'll give Disney my soul
an
right
excuse
now.
for him not to get it. And I was like,
For sponsorship.
I need you to have
Sponsor. Sponsored by Disney Plus.
Disney,
Just
we
kidding.
love you.
We're not.
And Red Bull.
And Red Bull.
And Red Bull.
Okay, Fabian, who's your fan cast for Wolverine?
Oh man, you know what's crazy? I do see the Daniel Radcliffe all the time, and Scott Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, I've been seeing those everywhere. They're always popping a cigar in their mouth, and
Yeah.
Yeah, why is it always a cigar? Like,
but-
why is that the Wolverine? Like, the cigar and chops, you're Wolverine.
Yeah.
hey bub.
Wolverine.
Like, I only think does he do that in the comics a lot? Because I don't remember seeing it a lot. But I remember Hugh Jackman doing it. But I don't remember seeing him do it a lot.
I think that's what
in the
everybody
comics.
does now, though. If you're not
Yeah.
emulating Hugh Jackman, which, if I could just ask for one thing, do not use him again for Wolverine.
No, he's too old now.
I'm done
That's
with it.
my dad.
I'm done with Hugh Jackman as
He's one of my
Wolverine. Not that I
dads.
don't like Hugh Jackman. I don't need it. I don't need Deadpool to make cameos in movies.
I'd be okay with that.
I don't, man.
Okay.
That
I'm
takes like
100%.
a huge level of seriousness out. Just to have Deadpool be like, "Hey, look, guys, I'm a superhero in a superhero movie." If I want campy '90s cartoon shows, I'll watch those. If I want a serious movie, tell me it wouldn't have taken just a little bit of wind out of your sails with a serious movie, and then Deadpool just makes a weird cameo.
Well, so,
right in the middle of
I
it.
think it'd be cool if they did it like they were doing Stan Lee. If they,
Yeah.
because he was in.
As long as it's
all
not
of them?
fourth wall breaking and I have to hear a goofy fucking quip every time.
Yeah.
If he were just in a store that they go into, reading a newspaper.
Yeah, because
awesome.
he would be the only
I
one
would be
that could
okay
do
with
it.
that.
He would be the only one that could do that.
This little nod to the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that I know.
Yeah,
It would just have to be done right. And I feel like everybody
Yeah.
wants Deadpool to be in these movies to
Yeah.
have a stupid
I
moment.
just want
and I
Deadpool
can't
But we have
do it.
that
Oh, yeah,
third one
Deadpool's
coming
just
out
awesome.
soon.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but I know
They are moving. They're
Yeah,
getting
I
closer
said
and
they were-
closer.
I want him to
working
be in the
on
background
filming.
singing the Mariah Carey song from Free Guy.
All right, what's y'all's fan cast for Wolverine?
So I know. So I feel like Scott Eastwood's that's a really good pick. But mine is I want somebody that we don't know.
Just random.
I want somebody that we
Okay.
don't
I can
know.
appreciate
Curveball.
that.
I want them
I'd
to
be
bring
all right
in
with that.
Yeah, honestly.
random Joe off the street and be
Well,
like,
to be
"Hey,
fair, I
this
don't
is
know
your
who
life."
Scott Eastwood is, so that'd been fine for me.
He's not a random nobody.
Yeah,
Cool.
but that's what I'm just like.
I would.
I appreciate that.
I would say the guy from Stranger Things that was the dickhead brother
Oh, Billy?
is
Billy.
His name is Billy in the show.
just the one. He's really mean.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
He was in Power Rangers.
Yeah, he was about to say he was the Red Ranger in Power Rangers.
I think he would be a pretty decent Wolverine.
Isn't that Zac Efron's brother? Or am I
No,
wrong?
no, they're not related.
No,
They
they
do
just
look.
look-
They
Yeah.
look alike.
They have a look. They just have-
yeah,
yeah.
they look a lot
Oh.
alike. So, fan cast. We still got the noobs
Okay.
needing to. Let's see who has the better fan cast.
I'm going to go with
Should
Alex.
we-
We'll vote. We'll vote on it afterwards.
Pressure.
I already know
Do a
Justin's
gun
not
troll?
gonna like my opinion.
What are you going to pick a woman or something?
Nope.
Should we do a gun troll where we just say it on the count of
Oh,
three?
yeah, yeah,
2,
yeah.
3, shoot.
You're going to say
doing
Hugh
that
Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
All right. So
1, 2, 3, then say it.
okay.
I got you.
Go,
I got you.
Danny.
Ready,
You're in
ready,
control.
ready?
I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and then y'all shoot.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Hugh Jackman.
Jared Leto.
Those were two awful choices brought to you back to back.
Why? Explain yourself. I'll listen. I'm open
Dude,
to your opinion.
Honestly,
No.
I'm
Alex, your turn. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
Said
ahead.
Hugh Jackman.
He was already Wolverine.
I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that.
tell
He's
you,
too old.
I don't care.
To tell you 100%, I'm with Hugh Jackman too. I just can't leave it, but I just want Jared Leto to get a good role
Give
finally.
that man a chance.
He has to come in.
I think it's honestly a lot of the times like poor scripting.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like he got
writing,
done.
yeah.
I feel like he got done a raw deal
Yeah.
in the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah,
because
for
they were
sure.
forcing Joker on everybody. So Jared Leto did what he had to do. I'm not mad at him for it.
Yeah.
Morbius, we watched it. Morbius was not a good movie, but Jared Leto wasn't the problem in that movie. It was a weak ass script.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
was
it also
really
took
bad.
us a while through Morbius before we I kept looking for things to hate, and he was like, yeah, I'm kind of confused too. And I was like, yeah,
The
why do
last
people
30
not
minutes,
like
though?
this? And I was like, it's gonna hit us eventually,
Ooh.
and it definitely hit us eventually.
The
We were like,
end credit
oh, this
scene
makes
didn't make any
but-
sense. The
No, the end
story
credit scene
started
was fucking
going all
whack.
over the place.
Yeah.
But again, Jared Leto wasn't the problem. I do want to see him be successful somewhere.
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
even in like a comic book
It
role.
can also be the direction, like whoever's directing can
Yeah.
also be
Yeah.
like, as someone who's like been on stage before, no, but like, you know, like sometimes when you're doing shows, like you are trying to make choices,
Right.
and then the director is like, I want you to do it this way,
Right.
and you're like, that's not what I would do, but I guess you're the one signing my paychecks, or they're not, or whatever, but you're the director, so
Right.
do
But that's the
what you
thing,
say
because
to
I
do.
liked his Joker,
I didn't hate his Joker
but
either.
I don't think he had enough screen time. Is what it was. Like
They
I
cut
think
a
agree with
lot
that.
yeah,
of
like
I could agree
because he
with
wasn't
that.
in it enough to
Yeah.
like for you to really get
You
to
did
know
get
his
invested in
character.
his
Yeah,
character.
like if
You're just
you,
like, whatever.
yeah,
this
exactly.
guy.
So
Even as Morbius, though, was kind of like he played like Michael Morbius just fine.
Yeah.
It was, you know, once he started turning, it looked a little cheesy and he said a bunch of really corny lines,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he didn't write the fucking script. He didn't do the CGI
Yeah.
on his face.
Yeah.
That's not his problem. If he's supposed to
Yeah.
look like a flying vampire through New York, dude did what he was supposed to fucking do.
he is a very what's it called? What kind of
Method?
He's a method actor, so I mean, I could see him flying around through New York.
Apparently, I've heard a lot of shit about him where maybe he's not the world's best dude, but
I mean, he's a cult leader,
it's not his fault that these movies are bad.
Genuinely.
It's
I thought my
this fault.
problem with it was
What were you
that
saying?
sort of like how it was placed together, because there were a couple of places where I was like, I feel like they just cut shit out.
Yeah.
Like they like, oh yeah, so now you know you created whatever it is to kill, like, you know, cure yourself and turn yourself into this vampire, and then his like friend shows up and is like, haha, I'm gonna take that shit now, and then magically, like, not even hours later is like that I'm the best vampire that's ever fucking lived, and you're like, where the fuck did you even come from?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so for me it was the way they like kind of put it together.
like a
There was
weird-
like
It's
gaps.
like-
That's
in the
editing
story.
and all that.
Everything-
Stuff.
Yeah.
everything he's in, it's like however it's whether it's editing or writing or directing, it's like you don't get invested into his character and who he is.
Yeah.
And like, so you're just like,
Well, if you look at like his hits,
why should I care
though,
about this?
like the cult classic? Everybody knows it. He does a lot of drugs.
American Psycho. Oh no.
the cowboy one,
Memento.
Dallas Players
Dallas
Club.
Buyers Club. I was gonna bring up.
Dude,
Love
it-
that. Dallas
I
Buyers
just
Club.
watched it recently.
Again,
It was so
he-
good.
I don't feel like he gets enough credit for his role in that movie.
Yeah.
He
He got-
acted his ass off.
I'm pretty sure he got Academy
Did he?
Award for
Did-
that
okay.
role.
He
Yeah,
doesn't get enough credit.
that's all the
I-
credit.
Maybe I don't mean like
He
official
awards.
accolades as much as everybody
Yeah, yeah,
constantly
yeah. But, like,
shitting on
of
the
the
man
people,
because
yeah.
Yeah.
well, Jared Leto just can't act. Like, no, you fucking can.
Yeah.
I think he's a good
I
actor.
always felt like he
He's
could.
it's just he gets
I just
shit
don't think he
roles. Maybe he
needs to
should
be-
stop.
maybe he's not a
Like,
superhero.
like, hey,
Wolverine. Yeah,
maybe
I
I
think he
don't
needs to
want
be
to be in this
Wolverine.
movie
Yeah.
because it's just not going to be for
Like,
me.
give me
Requiem
another
for a
chance.
Dream.
Requiem.
Yeah, like that.
yeah,
Again,
yeah,
another
yeah.
movie he acted his ass off
Yeah.
in. I don't think it's his fault. I don't
It's
think he's a
because
bad
he
actor.
knows what we all know, and that is, once you get into the Marvel universe, you're set for life.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
got
but he's
into
still
the
not
wrong.
there.
He got
He's
into
still
the wrong
knocking on the
side.
door.
Don't even look good.
Because he went into the Sony side of it, and Sony still has a lot of like they gotta
They
fix
need to
their
get
shit a
their
little
fucking
bit.
shit
Bit of
Yeah,
together.
but Morbius is
Morbius.
Marvel, right?
Yeah, it is
Okay, I'm
Marvel.
like-
Yeah, it's
Well,
part.
it's-
It's part of the
fuck up.
Venom
Yeah.
universe essentially that they're
Yeah.
creating. But I think they're technically gonna have Spider-Man soon.
So
yeah.
the post-credit scene, and again, spoilers, I guess.
I have watched it, but yeah,
It's nothing fancy.
No, yeah,
and it's super fucking confusing.
Yeah,
In Morbius, you kind of get the idea that Morbius is a hero. Like, he fights a bad guy, saves a girl. Like, he's the hero.
Yeah.
So why the fuck in the post-credit scenes does Vulture randomly show up in this universe, request a meeting for him, and be like, hey, you know who's responsible for all this? That fucking Spider-Man guy. Let's team up.
He's like, hell yeah.
Like,
let's
yeah,
do
and
it,
Morbius
brother.
is like just standing there like, you know what, I might just do this. But again, he wasn't a villain. Why all of a sudden is he
Right,
talking with
yeah.
villains doing villain shit when in this movie,
In the
he's a
movie,
hero?
He
He
the
wasn't
hero the whole
okay with
time.
killing.
Yeah.
He was mad at his friend whenever he killed all those people. Like, he was, like, trying to stop him to, like, save people's lives. Like,
Yeah.
he definitely did not play a
Everything
fucking
you're
villain
saying right
in this
now is
movie.
hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Only for him to show up, and we haven't had anything Spider-Man related, like, in, you know, like,
Any
your
of these
universe.
movies. Yeah.
But,
And
yeah,
it doesn't make sense. And then Vulture shows up. It's like he shows up in a prison cell. And
Surprise,
they're like, oh, well, you didn't
motherfucker.
commit any crimes in this universe. Let's let you out of prison.
And that
Yeah, it's
prison,
really weird
that prison
how they do
scene,
that.
like he's
It's like,
just
all right.
completely stripped of all his armor,
But
somehow he has it.
How in this
the next
universe
scene?
that hasn't had the Avengers or anything like that in there does Vulture have all of his Vulture tech? Because he shows up in like
This is
full
so
Vulture
strange to-
uniform.
Like, I haven't seen Morbius, so like
need to
this is
watch
so
it.
strange
Yeah,
to me.
Just
like
the
all this
post-credit
stuff,
scenes.
yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
You know what? So
Post-credit scenes, he's like,
what-
it belongs in another movie.
Yeah. It's like they
But you know
borrowed
what?
it.
It's like the MCU had something in their back pocket to make sure in case anything ever got fucked up with Sony that they can just be like, well, that's not going to exist anymore because of the Multiverse of Madness. They're talking about if you cross over to another universe and you fuck something up, like it could destroy that universe. I feel like
That's a
maybe
reset card.
they can do that to that universe and just be like, all right, maybe that wasn't
destroy
the
the
I
coolest
just
thing.
have
Let's
such high
destroy that
hopes
universe.
though, because they're talking about like Black Cat and Sable,
Yeah.
fucking Craven. We did an
They're
episode.
filming Kraven right now,
they're
yeah.
we did an episode on the Craven's Final Hunt a
Yeah.
while back.
That
and
was a good little
That's
comic
such a
book.
big
Yeah.
fucking story.
Where was I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were listening instead of recording with us.
Yeah.
But it's massive, and
Yeah.
the Spider-Verse. I feel like we should go back and touch on it because I'll never shut up about it. But
Yep.
Damn, yeah, that's
Such a
true.
great story.
Hugh Jackman back at this
Hugh Jackman,
again.
Is
it's
your
not-
y'all
is it
two-
really is
I
it really
agree.
Hugh Jackman or did you not know who to say?
No, I love Hugh Jackman.
Okay,
But,
look,
like-
hear me out. It can be. This is a choice you have to make if it's Hugh Jackman because I honestly would be hyped about it. This man is old, 100%. But
100%, he's old.
if he does this video again or does this another Wolverine movie, y'all realize he may die. This dude has been juiced up each movie besides maybe the first one. Look at his age and look how good this man looks.
that's not what
That
you got to
is-
take into factor, though. You're
No,
talking
I
about an
don't-
old man rebooting an entire new series.
I am
of
okay with
Yeah.
it.
No, I'm not.
100%.
I will tell you-
especially
I'm
if he's
I
gonna
don't
look like a
think it's
beast.
gonna
I'm
happen.
like-
He's not going to the whole time. Though.
'Cause
That's
he-
the problem.
Apparently
I'm
making
okay
my
with
point
it.
for me.
If he does
Apparently,
it,
he
he's a
even
badass.
said that he wouldn't do it
Yeah.
unless Marvel had like a really, really good idea.
So there's a fucking
How-
chance.
So
they
you're telling
wanted
me
to
there's
bring
a
him
chance.
back, but they was like one of those like it had to be worth it. And I don't think them
me-
saying, "Hey, we'll just make you Wolverine again." I
Yeah,
don't
to
think he
me
would
the
do that.
MCU isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, 100%.
and so you need an actor that's young enough to like carry like Deadpool.
Wolverine's gonna carry the
Deadpool
X-Men
says it the
franchise.
best. He's like, we need someone young enough to carry a franchise. You know, like to do a few movies. And that's the thing. It's like Wolverine is a Marvel favorite for
And he's a
everybody.
timeless person that doesn't age.
Yeah, he's supposed to look
yeah.
pretty young, not like super young, but maybe like 30s. 30s
Mid-thirties.
or so.
I mean, you go back to his origins. He was around like forever. There's a
I mean,
comic
he's
that always
old as
gets like prehistoric.
Technically, he's old as shit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he doesn't age. So, like, you need somebody that can look young for a while.
And it's obvious
They're
he
gonna
looks
get
busted
someone.
sometimes.
And Hugh
If
Jackman,
I, had to pick
I vote
someone
Paul Rudd.
Other than Hugh Jackman, who I love is one of my
You
gay
pick with your
dads.
heart, homie. I'm not
Yeah,
mad
go
at you
ahead.
for it.
I would agree with. I mean, I feel like googling Scott Eastwood. He looks like.
He's got that gruff like look
Yeah,
like he
he
is.
really
looks like
It's his
this
eyes
man.
for me. His eyes just look like they're like
Yeah.
fucking
Hold
piercing.
on. Okay, what is his name? Tell me.
Scott
Eastwood.
Eastwood. Like he
Scott?
really, he has the look for
Yeah,
sure.
like I'm in.
Scott.
you know who we need to get in
Eastwood.
the MCU is fucking Mac from
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny. That dude is jacked as
No wait,
shit.
I want
wow.
Charlie Day to be
Charlie Day.
Wolverine.
Okay,
Give his Toad. I feel like he'd be a great Toad.
His voice is
Yeah.
he'd be
Oh
like,
my
"Ah."
gosh.
man. This is a definite maybe for
He
me,
has the
dog. He
look,
has
right?
a look, but something about his face just does not feel.
You just want to punch
He just
it.
looks like a more attractive
I don't want
Eccleston
attractive Wolverine. I want rough, gruff again.
Gruff.
He was always like a rugged, handsome man.
We
Yeah.
just
He
need Joe
was
off the
Superman.
street.
He has to be
Give me
I'm
some
cool with that,
claws.
though.
on
I'm
him.
cool with
ageless,
nobody.
agelessly handsome.
Oh, no,
Like,
I'm cool.
any
But
time
I'm
period.
good with this. Actually, looking at it, I'd be fine with
Like,
it. I would
you
accept
know.
it. That it's just
Oh,
so
wow.
hard. Look,
Yeah,
that's
that-
the thing that sucks.
Why
When
did
you
they
get
put
an
that
actor
turd
that's
in his
that
mouth?
fucking good.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman. Whenever I think of Wolverine, no matter fucking what, him when he was dancing in another movie,
don't do that.
that's fucking Wolverine. Like
Yeah.
I loved it, and I know
He's done
that's
for
bad.
so long. He's been
It's
more
bad.
consistent.
It's horrible on my part because he's branched out, and there's other good actors. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong; they're fucking wonderful actors. It's just he's so iconic, and I
Yeah,
gotta let it go.
I agree. I
gotta let
think,
it go.
Well, it could be that he's iconic because he's the first one. Well, I don't know if he's the first one, but like the first
One
one
that
for
took
us.
off, yeah.
And on top of that, he played him for so long. Like
He
he
did so
stayed the
good.
character.
It's weird
Like
for
the
me.
Wolverine movie,
movies
Old Man
that
Logan.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm
That
probably
is
one of the
really
few people that
good.
doesn't feel that way though. Like for me, Wolverine is not an iconic role for Hugh Jackman in my mind. Like just for
Really?
me,
Wow.
when I think of Wolverine, the first and only place I ever go is the cartoon. I don't think
Well,
about
yeah.
Hugh Jackman at all. Not even
That's
once.
fair.
That's
Like
fair.
I personally,
I call bullshit.
no, I'm,
Yeah, I love Wolverine. No,
How
I
is that
respect your
possible?
opinion.
I mean, it's
100%.
where I'm at.
Fuck you,
There could
Sean.
be like
Yeah,
there could be like a multiverse version where you see him or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not against him coming
like
back and
a
reprising.
variant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
That'd be
just,
cool. I'd be okay with
I
that.
feel like that's how they would use him. If he
Oh,
did come
yeah.
back, I feel like he would be some type, like it would be like some type of just like quick cameo or like him being a variant or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that he would ever be put
That's
back
my-
into like a big
yeah.
role or any type of big role that would require him to do it for multiple years.
That's my concern with Charles Xavier,
Just be like
though, with
quick
like Patrick
appearances.
Stewart being Xavier. Again, now that is it's iconic for me because
Yeah, but he's
he,
old.
he breathes
He's
that
old.
fucking role for
Yeah.
me, and I know it's weird because Hugh
can
Jackman
still
does the same
play
for
it, though.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He could barely walk
He,
too, so I mean, it's just right on character.
Fucked up.
Ooh, but we could totally have James McAvoy as
my problem with it is
Nerd
like
shit
longevity,
as a
though. You're
group
right.
is
James
not-
McAvoy
because
could
yeah,
100%
they did
do
the
it,
whole.
but
Oh,
it's what worries me about them being in Multiverse of Madness that I'm concerned that all of that was fan service. And none of it's going to
I
come
think
back,
it could work,
including John
it could work
Krasinski, which would
both
make
ways
me the
because
most
if you
sad.
think about
I think
it,
that's actually gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I hope
positive.
so.
that's
But
But
gonna
I'm,
happen.
I'm trying not to get excited about it because if it doesn't happen, because
I feel like there's already
I
been
doubt
a bunch
we're ever
of stuff
going
that
to-
says that it is happening.
everybody, for as long as Charles Xavier has been played by Patrick Stewart, wanted the yellow wheelchair in the theme song.
yeah.
There's no way he's going to be able to carry this on 10, 20 years as
No,
Charles
They're
hell
gonna
Xavier.
kill him. They're gonna kill him off. But yeah, I
Well,
bet
he's already
in
dead.
there.
He's already dead
in that universe.
in that universe.
You can't kill off
Yeah.
Charles Xavier in the main continuity. Again, that's too.
And
that's
I think
too big.
I also
It's-
think in what's the MCU's that we're used to? What's
616?
616. I think the 616 characters are stronger than the other universes. Like I think I saw somewhere where they're saying that like technically our universe is more powerful than like
in the
any-
MCU,
in
like
the
within the
MC
MCU.
Within the MCU.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta go back to I gotta go back to multiverse real quick because
Yeah.
that was the Earth 818.
Yeah.
and I just don't think that world is dead. I think they're saving up for something.
You
But
think they're gonna come back
Which
to
one
it?
was 818?
818 was the one
Where
where
the
they killed.
scary Doctor Strange was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
wait,
they'll
that's,
come
no,
back
no,
to
no,
that.
not
That
the,
makes
that's
a lot
where the
of
Illuminati
sense.
was at.
That's where.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't just kill, all them like, okay, we're gonna leave. No, we're about to go fuck your world up.
I feel like you can though. They do that a lot, where they're
Well,
just
but
like,
I
"Hey,
feel
we're
like-
gonna go to this place, fuck up this thing, and then go."
Yeah, that's actually
Like,
like
'cause-
that's Avengers 101.
Yeah,
like
within
they
that
fucked up
same
New York
scope,
and then
it's
they're
like-
like, all right, well, what are we gonna do now? Let's go save the
I
other
think it's
countries.
gonna come back though. I like that
that's why
opinion.
Civil
Like
War
I really
happened.
feel like it could come back easy. They didn't destroy that world. They just fucked up some very important people.
You know
Yeah,
what
the
though?
heavy
They can
hitters,
easily.
right?
I feel like they could easily bring them back in that universe because I don't think that they.
In that universe, don't they have all the stones?
They
I was
do.
gonna say they have all their stones, so they can use their time stones to bring
That's a
everyone
very
back.
simple fix at that point.
Wait,
Yeah.
are there the stones in every universe?
Yes.
Yeah, they exist
Remember
everywhere.
Loki show? They
Like
just had
a
him use them as
group of
a.
stones?
As
Yeah,
paperweights.
paperweights.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah, did you watch-
So more than one person.
Yeah,
can
did you
have
watch like
Yeah.
Loki whenever he first goes into like the TA, right?
Whatever TS,
TVA.
TVA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when he like first goes there, they're like, oh yeah, they're like laying around everywhere.
That's right.
Yeah, there's like a
Hey,
junk
there's-
drawer
It's like
with
open
Yeah.
doors,
infinity
it's like-
stones in it.
Yeah,
So
because there's so many
disrespectful.
different ones.
Yeah,
in it.
I remember now.
I
No
don't
one died
think
for these.
that they'll- I mean, I'd be surprised if they actually go back to that universe or reference
I
anything of that
agree.
universe, only because there's so many other universes.
We still gotta build
that-
up 616.
That could
right
have been
now.
one that they just like hey, we're gonna show you this. We're gonna introduce like these characters exist, so that way you kind of have the idea that
I feel like
they
the
exist
janitor
somewhere
just
else.
had the most fucked
Yeah.
up night. He's like, oh boy,
Motherfuckers again.
fucking time stone fix everything.
Goddamn Illuminati.
But I have a feeling it was more of just like let's give you like kind of like a preview of what to expect. Like
I hope they keep.
we gave you this as
Richards
like
at least.
bullshit.
Same.
But wait
Yeah.
till we.
I
like,
want
what we're
it.
gonna
Like
shoot
that's
later.
my biggest fear is that it was all fan service and you're not going to see it again. It's one of those like I'm hoping
But
that's not the case, but I'm accepting it, so I'm excited later.
That pissed off the fans, though. I think like they would not do that.
Yeah.
Xavier, I agree with you on the point of his
Yeah.
age. I can see them going to another universe and it's a younger, different one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reed
that's-
Richards, keep him. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that
it's cool
worked
because
so
the way
good.
they set up variants is that they could look exactly like
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
or they
Or
could be
nothing at
completely
all.
opposite.
That's
That's
why
what
like,
Loki
I
did
think they're
right,
gonna use
yes.
him. I think they're gonna give us a lot of these same characters. They're just not gonna give us the characters from that specific universe.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Yeah,
give
I
them in
agree.
different time
We're gonna
periods
get we're
and
gonna get the
different-
616
Only because
versions.
I feel like that universe
Different
is so
versions of
fleshed
them.
out
Yeah.
already. I feel like it would hurt Marvel to try and build on a pre-existing universe that already has the Illuminati and an X-Men team and the Fantastic Four team,
And what's the?
They're gonna give us our own
what's
Illuminati.
Black
That's what's
Bolt's-
gonna happen.
the Inhumans.
The Inhumans.
Yeah.
Like they're already built and pre-existing and grand. Like it would just hurt the MCU to be like, all right, we're gonna go take you to a different universe and give you a story.
You know
over
what I
there.
just thought about? What if multiverse is real, right? And I'm not talking about in Marvel, but in real life. And in another multiverse, they got the MCU, but it was that version of the MCU. So they actually did get all these movies and like,
And they're all
but
owned
they're
by
all
Sony.
like
Their
got
side
they
of the
started
movies.
yeah they started with Fantastic Four and then they got like like. And so like in another multiverse, they got to see that.
I'm gonna expand
that
it.
build up,
In that
you know?
universe, Sony's making those and Marvel's making Spider-Man.
Well, all right, guys. Other than MCU, because I mean MCU's obviously like
could go on
massive,
for
yeah, like
fucking
all day, all week, all 525,000.
Hey, that was my class song.
Minutes, huh?
That was my class song.
Really? That's
We're
so
gonna do the
sad.
red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
Very
don't
sad.
know why, but
Did
it was our
anyone
class
see
song.
Brent?
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Did they
I don't
check to
think
see
they
what the
did.
song was
Nah,
about?
I don't
I
believe
was
they
like, we
did.
also graduated from Temple though, and our class song was fucking garbage. So
Ours was too. Ours was fuck red claw, white claw, red face. Fuck. What's Here I go again on my own.
Oh,
That was
my
not-
God.
God.
But it was like the
Jesus.
first time in years it wasn't a country song, so I was like, at least
That's
there's
not a country
that.
song? Oh, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I was like, it's
You were just doing a little jig when you did it. You're doing a country cover.
Yeah. Here
But
I go again.
outside of MCU, what kind of nerd shit are you guys getting into right now?
Anime. So much anime.
No way.
God almighty.
Perkins is
What?
watching anime.
Don't lie to us.
never.
You watch
My-
anime?
Sorry.
Hello.
Sorry.
I didn't know you watched anime.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. So much anime. Like, if I'm thinking about it, that was very sexual and unneeded. But okay. Threw me off real fast. But speaking of sexual, rom-com anime is what I've been
Speaking of sexual,
really into lately. And I say rom-com because nothing's wrong with some good-ass action, some gore, some scary shit.
But every now and then a bitch wants to cry.
or wants to be happy, some wholesome stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
appreciate that.
which one was I talking about? Me and Fabian were talking about my love story, right?
Absolutely.
You know what? For once, I'm going to pass the anime on to somebody because they're ready. You tell us about my love story.
You know,
Damn, you're ready. The first episode.
my-
Goddamn.
my love
big.
story is a wild ride about friendship, love, and just overall like passion. You know, there's like an unspoken truth about what people are going through whenever you're like, you're just the outcast, right? There's this guy, I can't remember his name off the bat.
The Big Bear Man, we'll call
He
him.
wasn't
that.
ready.
We'll
Cut.
call him Big Bear Man.
Big Bear Man.
No, Perkins, take
Big
over.
Bear Man.
But he's like the big ogre, you know. Everyone sees him as he's like the jock in his class, the biggest guy. If you want someone to help kick ass, like you're gonna look at him and be like, whoa, I'm picking him on my team, you know?
So he's not going to be the last one picked.
No,
Like me.
absolutely
Most
not.
of my life.
No, but he has a best friend who's just so cool, so nonchalant, he doesn't give a damn about
I don't give a
anyone,
damn.
especially not the ladies.
Not at all.
And that becomes a big problem. So yeah, this guy, he just does not care. He's just like, ladies, they come and go, and
Ain't that the
I
truth?
just really don't care about them, And
In a
his big
relationship
ogre
for 9
friend
years.
just wants to be loved. He wants love.
Don't we all, man? Don't we all?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
Nah, me. I need that hate to drive me.
Look,
I want people to hate me.
like him, this teddy bear
Lies.
guy. Well, Big Bear Man. He is on a train. He does some heroic shit. Like, so they're on a subway or whatever, and there's a guy like rubbing up on a girl. Like, this is like really happening. Like, it's a real life shit. Like, whoa, what are you doing, bro? You're being a pervert. He goes over there, bam, hey you, smash, stops it instantly.
Smash.
Does not
Girl.
sound like a rom com.
It is though. You gotta realize.
Hey,
over in the
honestly,
other
it sounds like
countries-
a rom com I could get into though.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
in.
Dude,
but-
like in other countries, not to go off on another tangent, but getting on subways is very hard for some women in other countries. Like, there's men that get away with like don't filling up and shit. It happens. This is real life shit.
Yeah.
So that situation, although it seems weird to us over there, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
So he stops it, and he happens to save this really small. Like, she's petite and really just so sweet looking. She looks up at him like, thank you so much. Instant love.
She's the
I
one,
love
y'all.
you. Oh my God.
She's
You are
the
the
one.
purest woman I've ever seen in my life.
Instantly.
Thirsty.
But the whole story is based off the fact that, like, he doesn't think he deserves a woman like that because he looks at himself like, I'm just this giant guy that comes off as so aggressive. He's not at all. He's fucking
He's a
sweet.
teddy bear.
And she looks at him with loving eyes like, you're really such a good guy. I love you too. Let me love you. You know?
Let me
And like
love
the dynamic is really sweet and wholesome. And
So wholesome.
he does cute, like superhuman shit. Like when we say Gorilla Man, when you see him, this is a very big man. Imagine someone jumping
So
through a
passionate.
window and there's a fire. He is on fire. He now grabs a falling metal beam. I'm not making this shit up. Heavy as fuck. And then he just brushes it off like, okay, I'm fine. No, you're human. What
He's
you
like,
did
God
was
damn,
very
that was
unre-
crazy.
Well, anyway.
But that one is wholesome. But the one that I want everyone to focus on is Kaguya. Love is War. Imagine.
I was like,
Are you gonna give us this one that we
The
should?
first
that's-
imagine of
You
the
got me
season.
all
Oh,
in.
yo. Say, we'll use Danny and Alex. All right, so they're married, right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go to high school.
I know
Let's
these
say they're like the fucking student council presidents and shit. Say they both love each other
realistic.
secretly.
Not realistic. Would be, would not be.
Now imagine if their goal was to make the other one admit that they love them. That is the baseline for this entire show. They are deeply in love with each other, but none of them will admit it. They want, say Danny would want Alex to admit it. Alex wants Danny to admit it. They're doing all sorts of shit to make it happen, whether it's through jealousy or anything like that. It does not fucking happen. And that is the craziest shit
That
because they're
sounds
going
awesome.
back and
That
forth.
sounds toxic as fuck.
No, they're
like-
not mean.
I'm using jealousy to make you. I'm gonna go fuck your neighbor so you tell me you love
No,
me.
like that though.
Yeah.
It's very wholesome but funny. Like they put
Yeah.
themselves like right now. If I said, "Hey, y'all love each other?" Fuck yeah. If y'all were in that show, y'all would not admit it at all, and you would watch everything you did because you're like, "Oh my god, if I ask her to go see this movie with me, she's gonna automatically know I like her." And then in the background, the guy always hears one scene in his head, and it's her looking at him like this. "Oh, you want to go on a date with me? How kawaii," which is cute. And he hates it with a passion. And on the other side, she's like, "Oh, if I tell him that I want him to stay the president to stay with me, he's like, oh, ho, ho, ho. So is this you admitting to liking me? Oh, how cute." And she fucking loses her mind over it. It's just back and forth the whole time. And there's other characters involved that are looking at him like, "So do you like the president? Do you like each other?" Like, it's so obvious
Yeah.
to everyone
Everyone
involved,
else.
but they don't want to admit it. But
Classic Blair Waldorf.
it's not something that's going to drag you on. They have beautiful, beautiful moments throughout where, you know, they can see that they care about each other to the point where you're like, dude, this is the perfect moment to admit it. They don't fucking admit it.
This sounds like the worst part of every rom-com ever, where it's that awkward moment where they're
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
"We
you're
know
so
we both
obvious.
like each
Let it
other,
be already.
but we're not
But,
going to
no,
do
it
it."
works in that situation
Yeah.
so well. All the situations they get in, it builds up too. Like, it isn't just, you know, it isn't cliche shit. At the start it is, and they know it is, and they make fun of that shit. They even got a narrator in the background that is fucking amazing. Like, imagine that's the one in your head that everyone else can hear. That's the guy. There's a guy narrating this entire thing. Like, it's fucking amazing. I can't explain it unless you gotta watch it. So, random narrator.
So, needless to say, this is our anime dump for next episode.
Love is War. English. Funimation.
It's on.
Not sponsored.
Is it just on Funimation, or is it?
No, if you want sub, it's on Crunchyroll too.
Okay.
But Funimation has English or has dub and sub. They have all 3 seasons, and it's gonna be a fun watch. Like. So Jen, I can't watch season 3 without her now. She would get on my ass. We started watching it, and she was like, this. I thought the woman was crazy. She's like, she's not fucking crazy. She is smart, and the girl on there is intelligent. She's very intelligent, and like when you're watching it, it's fun to watch with your spouse. Yeah, because they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's fucking smart. That's really smart."
Can we take a minute to acknowledge Justin's like freak out over there, whatever the fuck it is he's doing? He said 3 seasons.
Fucking 3 seasons.
It's good. It's not long.
3 seasons of them just like. I don't know. I feel like that would piss me off at some point, man.
It's not what you think.
Yeah,
like
I think
you're not done.
You're thinking about it like awkward spooning, right? When you
like that's all this sounds like. It's just awkward, like but it's flirting for like 3 seasons.
How many episodes per season, like roughly?
Give me 1 second to pull up my Crunchyroll because I have it right here.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you it doesn't sound entertaining, but I was like, just the general synopsis. Imagine these 2 people try to tell the other one that they love them for 3 seasons.
Okay, there we go.
That
sounds like Gossip Girl.
12 episodes.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
But then it goes on to more than that. But
2
I
hour
won't tell you that.
episodes.
It did say 129 episodes, but that's in a combination.
Exactly.
Of everything. No.
God.
That's with all languages.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like broken up.
Nowhere near that long.
Me and Crystal were having a moment over here because we watch a lot of really bad like primetime TV.
It's not bad.
It's probably pretty bad.
The Rookie, it's got Nathan Fillion in it. It's just about, it's like a cop show.
Yeah.
Well, in it, there's been like this like awkward love interest angle they've been building on for like 5 fucking seasons, and they finally touch it for like 2 seconds at the very end, and that 2 seconds at the very end is the show Perkins is talking about.
Watch it.
I'm not saying I'm not going to watch it.
I promise it's not what you think.
With your general synopsis, that's where my brain's at.
Yeah, that's actually how Danny told me he loved me. I made him say it.
So you won the first opening. As soon as
season's over.
So you won.
As soon as you turn the first episode on, it has this big spiel. Love is war. It's like the battle of who says it first. If you say it first, you are the loser. There's a winner. There's a loser. And the guy says it in that little opening. And the guy's like, you would think that's sweet. Your family's there. Wrong. You lost. Like, the narrator's so intense with it. It drags you in. It's so funny because I was thinking about Sojourn, and I was like, I bet I can make you say a word. But then she switched around. You told me first. And I was like, fuck! I lost.
This is why Perkins has been so passionate about it. It was the L he took that's just burning in his soul.
You're going to watch it, and there's some little mind games. You're like, dude, this has happened before with some shit. And you're like, that's smart. And it makes you believe that women are fucking very, 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 very intelligent in an evil way sometimes.
Maniacal.
You know what I'm telling you? Like,
you guys are the evil side of nerd shit.
Yeah. You are evil and smart.
Hashtag dark side.
But yeah, my bad. I went on a long ass tangent. My bad.
That's what Perkins is currently excited for.
8 letters, 3
so
words.
Dude, they do that. Oh my god.
Gossip Girl.
So it's a Gossip Girl anime.
So I'm there. Like, I will watch
just
that.
the first episode will drag you in, and the concept is good. It's fucking fresh, and it's just fun. And the side characters are amazing. There's one that's like a nerd or whatever, and you're gonna just feel him. He's just trying to chill. He's just trying to chill, and they think he's weird, and he's like, I'm gonna go home, but it's implying I'm gonna go kill myself. And the guys are like, hey, please come back though. Like, don't do that.
I feel like next time we get together, we're gonna bring this up, and I'm gonna be just as hype as Perkins is right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, love and war.
Yes, I'm telling you, that narrator is on point. He's like great. It's fucking funny. He makes it. It's just good. Love is War, y'all. That is the anime dump.
I'm actually excited. I haven't watched anime in a while, so like I'm actually.
I think I like it. I'm excited.
Calm. Winner! God mode! Damn it!
Chester said,
Pretty sure Perkins just broke.
I'm excited. I'm gonna rewatch all of it. So Jen, you don't know this, but when you do listen to this, you're gonna be watching with me again. She's watched it twice with me so far up to the
Time to text
third
Jen.
She's like, that is my
Like,
shit.
either that or she's gonna be pissed because he watched it with her.
I didn't watch the third season without you.
All right, real quick. What is everyone else doing? That's nerdy. What are you doing, nerdy?
On like the pop culture side of it,
Yeah.
I guess. I just got my iPad and I just got Procreate. So I'm like
So much fun.
creating like art. I'm learning how to create art. So yeah, that's really
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and while I'm doing that, I'm rewatching Great British Baking Show, which
Hell
is
yeah.
like not necessarily nerdy, but it's pop culture and
Honestly, it is a little nerdy.
I
Seems
fucking
really nerdy.
love-
Because we
I was
watch-
there's so much
Different level of
science to
nerdy.
baking.
It is a lot.
So-
I couldn't
Those
do
shows intimidate me so much. Like I watch them make shit, and I'm like,
Have you
I could
watched
never.
the Great British
Great
Baking
British.
Show?
Yeah.
That one is
never-
so
wholesome.
relaxing.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
It is like you know,
I
like
don't do
American like baking shows are like, fuck you, I'm the best baker, bitch, and you suck and shit like that.
I
But
think they
literally
like,
said that on
Amer-
MasterChef Junior.
Yeah.
yeah,
So supportive.
but yeah, in Great British Baking Show, they're like, oh, like let me help you.
Yeah, like if
God.
someone's like falling by and they literally help each other.
Yeah.
Like this
What?
this could go against you
That's
later
that's
on.
great,
but,
but
like,
yeah, like, the
They
thought of
just help
cooking
each
shows
other.
just give me
It's
anxiety.
so-
It's
have
very
you ever
wholesome.
Seen it?
No, it sounds so relaxed.
Right?
I'm
It
just
is.
thinking of Gordon
Wholesome.
Ramsay.
And the
You
food.
shit sandwich.
No, the
like,
crazy
you know,
thing is,
I know.
Shit
Gordon
sandwiches,
Ramsay
I was
could even
like-
be
Relaxing.
super helpful
Yeah,
though.
Yeah.
He's really
so
nice.
No, we
supportive.
watched this. It was
Yeah.
like Next Level Chef.
Yeah.
And he was fucking awesome in it. Like he was not an asshole.
Bro,
the
I had
entire
one of his
show.
steaks before and they are lit. Like that was the best steak I
This
ever
endorsement
had.
can be paid for by Gordon Ramsay.
One of
So
your
dumb.
restaurants.
We love you and
We
your
love
steak
you.
All right, so what else
and your
is
butter
everyone
shaped
doing?
ice.
What do you got going on?
I mean, I think
Are you just like
me and Justin have been watching Stranger Things, and we started Obi-Wan.
oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Obi-Wan comes
Yeah,
out,
that's
so-
that's
I'm
essentially
like,
where I'm at.
What nerd
Yeah.
have I been up to? Oh, I watched
I was like, that's
Obi-Wan
probably
was
the
so
nerdiest
good
thing.
so far. Like it is
I can't
Yeah.
wait to see where that one goes.
so far
Yeah.
it's pretty great.
Yeah,
I,
so I
I think
I've
it was like
enjoyed
a
it.
great start to the
Yeah.
series.
I'm enjoying myself.
I was like, I feel like other than just the normal like tripping out over Marvel that we've been doing for the
Yeah.
past like hour, you know.
Honestly.
I feel like that's pretty much been it up until 2 days
Well, I
ago
mean,
or
we
a day
still
ago.
got a
when
lot of
these
Marvel to
came
come
out.
this year. Me and
Got
Justin
a
were just talking during
lot of
our
Marvel
break.
coming. Ooh, I'm
Yeah.
He
excited.
pointed out that like there's something Marvel like every month
Yeah.
from
here for
now
it.
until
Yeah.
the end of the year. So I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Justin,
Love it.
what have you been up to?
I mean, obviously, been watching Stranger Things.
Which is
Obi-Wan.
so good.
It is. We've got like 15
I can't wait to.
minutes
I'm
left.
I'm
of
gonna watch it
this
I
tonight.
want to
episode.
rewatch the other one.
And
I want to watch a new one first, and then we can do that.
I've also been reading some manga. I've been reading Kaiju number 8. That one's actually really fun. Look at it. I knew this was gonna happen.
Damn,
So
bro.
excited about it. I'm gonna read
Kaiju's
some more
in the
tonight.
name. Just listen to
Catching up on some Ninja Turtle comics.
Yes.
Finishing the Blackest Night tie-ins I've been reading.
Hell yeah.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
got a lot of
I
good
actually
shit
have some
going
stuff
on.
to read too.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, Justin got me
This right here.
Oh my
Spider-Gwen.
Is that a Gwen
And then
verse?
Fabian got me House of M. So
Yeah,
I have a lot of reading to do. And I only have a week before school starts again.
you
So
better get to
I
reading.
better fucking
What you got
jump
going on?
on it.
I know you're all over the comic book spectrum.
Oh yeah, I'm a bit of everywhere. And speaking of like in the kitchen and stuff, I just took a little break from MasterChef Junior. I was just binging that for a good minute, and
I just hate that they could cook better than me and their
oh
children.
yeah, those kids are
8-year-old
When she
amazing.
could
Jimothy
get
over
it
here
in
making a
pizza.
souffle, and I can't make hamburger helper.
What a strange shift for me though. Now I'm like, I don't know, I'm on my horror binge now. I jumped straight from that to like straight horror. And
What
I'm like-
horror, what's the
Yeah,
latest
yeah.
horror movie that
I'm
you watched?
rewatching like Evil Dead. I love Sam,
original
Sam
ones?
Raimi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and now I'm catching up with just a recap on like some DC stuff. Like Sandman's coming out sometime this year, is what they say. But if you haven't checked that one out, check out Neil Gaiman's Sandman. You will not regret it. It
That's the
is
one that you had like
amazing.
they have like those badass covers, right?
They have so much art, so much poetry in there. I mean, I want to say back in correct me if I'm wrong, but like maybe it was early 2000s. The work just got indicted into like colleges and stuff, and they started teaching it as
shit.
well.
Yeah,
So
the guy's pretty
there's
revered.
just so much so much masterpiece here. Like,
if you've ever watched the show American Gods, it was based on a book that Gaiman did. It was fucking awesome.
I don't know if I have actually. It
It's
sounds
a pretty,
familiar.
It's a pretty solid series.
Yeah, but rather than that, just a lot of comics, y'all. I'm trying to read and buy something every day from eBay.
It's so crazy that you mentioned like getting back into horror really quick before I forget it, because I'm going to.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a little bit of like a horror feel to the MCU currently?
Oh, they're definitely.
with
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Moon Knight
Multiverse
and with
of
Multiverse of
Madness.
Madness.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Sam Raimi, like.
Yeah, that's his shit,
I feel like
you
it
know?
was gonna like be
there
inevitable.
was a
That
moment in
Doctor
Multiverse
Strange
of Madness
cape.
where my like heart dropped into my stomach because it was so creepy, and I fucking love horror.
Yeah.
climbs
Like
out of the
whenever
fucking mirror.
that, but like even before that, whenever like she got into the minds of the people who were like standing there,
Oh yeah,
Like-
she's like run.
crept
Oh,
out behind
yeah.
him.
Shit
Yeah,
was
I was like,
crazy.
When they were in that
literally,
fucking
like, took my
tube.
breath away.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
Did
that-
you
creepy.
scream?
No, I was like,
Thank God. I don't get scared from the movies as bad as when I'm watching them with her, because
Yes!
she
No, I'll
will
go
yell,
yell.
and I'm just like, oh my
Evil
God.
Dead birthday party like
like, I'll
3 or
back that
4
up.
years
yes,
ago. You let out a good
yeah.
one.
I fucking love scary movies,
Yeah.
but I'd be screaming.
She's very vocal about it.
What about you, Danny? What do you got going on?
I mean, I did just watch Obi-Wan, and so far I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I don't know, just seeing him in like his ways right now, like leaving
ready
the
to
Jedi
get
ways.
that
and-
lightsaber
I'm ready
again,
for
man. I want him to light
yeah.
that bitch up.
You know what I just realized, and we've talked about this before, I'm pretty sure, but I think like I was like, oh, I like this, and I was like enjoying it, but it's because I like those three, like the what are they? Help me out here.
I don't know what
No,
three
the
we're
three
referring
Star Wars
to.
movies, they're like prequels.
The prequels?
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody's
Yeah.
always like, fuck the prequels. And like talking about shit. And I was like, well, I like them. And we had the whole conversation about like it's from our childhood, yada,
Yeah,
yada, yada.
yeah.
But everybody still talks shit about it. But I was like,
It does feel like a combination
it
of the
has that.
prequels and the new movies.
I just like that they're
but in a
fleshing
good
out
way.
Star
Yeah.
Wars, where it's not just Luke Skywalker's story. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of is
A little
bit,
bit.
but yeah,
It's good so far. I do need to watch Stranger Things.
so good.
But yeah, I think that's as far as like
I got one more thing.
New
I'm
nerd
so
shit.
sorry.
Oh,
stuff.
Crystal's got one more thing. Look at her.
I
Look at her,
just
so
thought about it
excited.
because we finally caught up on The Boys.
Oh, shit!
God.
Yeah.
in like
And
a week.
that's coming
Wow.
out.
Man, I'm telling you, we had the best. Like nobody else has watched it better than we have, because we waited until like 2 weeks ago to watch the
Assholes.
second season, so we didn't have to wait 2 years for another season. We
Damn.
just gotta wait till next week now.
Yeah.
Yo,
I can't wait.
The Boys is brutal.
God, that show is.
I feel like it's gonna-
Wild.
What's that one? The other one, not the boys. It has the wrestler. As
John
the
Cena.
Peacemaker?
Peacemaker.
I didn't watch
fuck
that.
Oh my
Peacemaker's
god,
great.
Peacemaker was
amazing.
That is
great.
fucking
I'm telling y'all, we-
Peacemaker
wild.
went from like my least favorite character in the new Suicide Squad to like my favorite.
What is that
character.
on so I can watch
It's on
HBO
HBO.
Max.
It's
I
on
feel like
HBO
we
Max. It
focus
is
so heavy
good.
on MCU, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like we can
No,
make
yeah.
MCU episodes on episodes.
Yeah.
But there was so much out there. I feel like we should really go back and revisit like the past 6 months to a year
Yeah,
of things that
absolutely.
don't have Marvel
Yeah, I mean, we've been
associated
gone for
with
a
it.
while.
Yeah.
So-
I get like
We back,
Peacemaker.
baby.
There's a lot
God,
of
there's
content
so
to cover.
much out right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Peacemaker was really
The Boys
good.
comes back next week. Invincible, yeah, again.
Invincible,
Fucking
yeah.
amazing. Fucking, that's
Great
not-
shows.
Yeah, that's fucking
Dude, I don't know if I told you about like the giant thing of comic books.
Yeah.
I gave them to Fabian to see if like he could find like somewhere to get some cash for them. He found an Invincible Spider-Man crossover comic book.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's fucking awesome.
I
Yeah.
got one of these cool ass comics that it was funny because I think Danny and Alex, they just hit me up. They're like, we're about to get married. We need some cash, you know. It's like, you know, you got any books you can sell for us? I went straight, shout out to our LCS Terps, and he helped us up. And he gave us a good amount of money. And I saw that Spider-Man Invincible crossover. I'm like, oh, shit. Let me just take this out. Yeah,
Because I feel like
It
as
is
far as
climbing
value,
right
like
now.
it's
Absolutely.
gonna be more valuable the more popular that show gets. I mean, it's already pretty popular, but
That's
I think it's
awesome.
gonna get even more popular.
So much
more
more
weight.
stuff. I feel like we need
It's
two
it's
more
it's gonna be
hours.
honestly.
It's gonna be a good season.
Nerd Social
Social
2
hours.
hours.
Hell yeah.
Hours,
You
yeah.
just put that
Good
big
nerd
ass
shit.
S on the end of it.
I'll use a 2 since it's like the second season.
You can call it diarrhea.
Number
It never
two.
goes away no matter
The
how hard you
Reckoning.
try.
The Reckoning.
But I
favorite
mean,
reason
that's
to
an
call
episode,
out of
guys.
work.
What's our social medias? Where can people
We
find
don't
us?
know.
Facebook
No,
is Nerd
Jesus.
Social Hour and TX.
Nerd
The others,
Social.
I'm not 100% sure of. That's
You know,
why we got
we'll just-
Alex looking it up
We'll
over
put
here.
it here, and there,
On
and
the
here,
screen.
and just here.
But what about the people listening on Spotify?
We'll just put it
They
in
already
the
found us if they're
notes.
listening to it on
We'll
Spotify.
put it in the
But
notes.
you're right.
Show
All right.
notes.
Well,
We are
yeah, we'll put it in
so
show
sorry.
notes. Yeah, we'll learn our social
It's been a
medias.
long time.
It's been a long day.
Shouldn't
We'll
have
get
left
back
you
to
without
it.
a
It's
dope
okay.
podcast step 2.
Step two. Step
Step
two.
two.
Like,
But
been
all
a
right,
long
guys, we have been Nerd Shit. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and be sure to subscribe and follow us on everything that you can.
Yay.
Peace.
I said peace. Peace.